So Bitcoin saved our baby's life. Now, this is not a story where we put some money into Bitcoin and it grew 1,000x and we had a bunch of money to pay a big bill. This is a story about our Bitcoin journey and how it gave us a mindset that gave us the confidence to be able to defy orders from the modern healthcare system and our doctors, nurses. Now, none of this is financial or health advice. That's really important for me to say. This is our journey. So anyways, backing up, here I am, father of 4, soon to be 5, working plus freelance. Mom is stay-at-home mom, homeschooling. We're all doing the grind. We're chasing our ideal for what we want in life. And this is what we want in life. And so we're working hard, right? We started into Bitcoin, got into mining. That whole deep dive is amazing. I won't get into it now, but there's learning about inflation, economics. A friend of mine suggests I read the book, The Bitcoin Standard, which is an amazing book. You should read it. It's like the Bible for Bitcoiners, right? Maybe there's a better book. If there's a better book, comment below. I would read it. I'll read any book about Bitcoin. Anyways, Bitcoin Standard. What hits me the most in this book isn't the inflation information, isn't the economics, although all that stuff was amazing to me. What hit me the most was the section about fiat foods, the foods that the government has used to mask inflation. This hit me pretty hard. These are foods like seed oils, grains, etc. Another, more details for another video, right? Anyways, we ended up, starting to understand this, and then my wife is pregnant. Everything was going pretty good. We started our doctor's visits, and because she's a little older, right? It's just weird, but there's a threshold where they'll start treating you like you're high risk. They labeled her high risk, and they started treating her like high risk. Caused stress right immediately out of the bat. After doing some blood work, they find that she has gestational diabetes, and the doctors, the nurses in this whole case were not, nutrition first. Let's fix this thing. They were drugs first, and we're not anti-drug, but we're not a drugs first mentality. We try to fix things ourselves, but the doctors were pushing insulin on her like crazy. Every visit was like, when are you going to go on insulin? When are you going to go on insulin? And kind of using bullying tactics, to be honest. One asked, why are you not taking insulin? And in her answer, which I can't exactly remember the answer, they laughed at her. They literally laughed at her for her beliefs that she could fix it herself. And that was a little sad to us. So we knew we needed to change, and we were doing this Bitcoin thing, learning about fiat foods, and I had that realization that, hey, we need to cut out Fiat foods out of our diets, seed oils, grains, etc., etc. So we went to the pantry, and we're going after this thing. We were focused, and we were going to control her blood sugars, get it under control. We went to the pantry. We found that over 90% of the items in our pantry and fridge were Fiat foods. So we cut them out. We didn't even keep them. We didn't use them until they were gone. We literally just cut them out. We switched to a heavy red meat diet, as the book goes into, that there was a big black PR campaign against red meat at the same time as the government was marketing Fiat foods to hide inflation. So we went to the foods that the government tried to do black PR on in the past, which was red meat and others, animal fats, etc., saturated fat, butter, the list. The doctors told her that she was going to harm the baby or even kill the baby. They were saying this. This was crazy. And it was scary. It wasn't, none of this was easy. None of this was clear to us, even when we were in the middle of it and we were trying to make the right decision. Even the right decision that ended up being the right decision was still a scary decision to make. But anyways, her blood work changed fast. We got her blood sugars in control. And even at this point, the doctors still wanted her on insulin, even though we had it under control. So that's just how bad it is, right? Skipping forward to the birth, the day was crazy. It was actually like midnight or something. She was actually going into labor through the night at home. We went to the hospital. We told them she was in labor. And again, they've labeled her high risk. They've also now labeled her as defiant because we did not follow her orders. So we came in, that's on her records. And they say, oh no, you're not in labor. They did check her. And they said, no, you're not in labor. She knew it. But they said, no, they will not admit her. So we headed home. Things escalated quickly. We turned around and went back to the hospital. Said, no, she's in labor. They put her into triage. And then the baby comes out in triage before anyone's even in the room. So this is a nightmare. The good news, though, is this baby came out of the womb, and I've never seen a stronger baby. Out of the now 5 kids we've had, he was the strongest baby out of the womb. I don't know. They picked him up, put him on mom, on her chest, and he was up with holding his whole upper body up with his arms, and his head was up in the air. It was incredible. Come to find out, the nurses did the tests. He got a 10 for 10 Apgar score. And the nurses in the room at the time told me none of them had seen a 10 for 10 Apgar score. So we went from the doctors telling us that the baby was going to die. He's going to be very unhealthy. He's going to have health problems if you don't get on insulin. We defy that. We change our lifestyle using the removal of Fiat foods, focusing on foods that the government did black PR on. And he was healthy, and it was amazing. And not only that, mom's health was strong too. And another set of wins. We didn't just make this change for her, we made this change for the whole family. We noticed that I started not getting sick anymore. I haven't taken a sick day. I haven't been sick for, I want to say now 2 years at this point. My kids can go play at their friend's house. They'll be sick. Their friends get sick often. Our kids don't get sick. It's incredible. This is a huge win. Anyways, do you guys have any stories about how you have found Bitcoin defies a system? It doesn't have to be health. Obviously, the financial system. Share your thoughts on what you hope Bitcoin is going to flip upside down and change and make better in this world. There's so many things. The healthcare system is one of them. Anyways, comment below. See you guys next time.